What's going on, everybody? This is your boy Martin, aka Level, here, back to date with another video. Only this time, ladies and gentlemen, at first, we listened to V's entire album Layover together, right? It's on the Patreon. The full album reaction listen through is there on the Patreon. I will leave a link to my Patreon in the description down below if you want to go see my initial reaction to the album. Now, separately, I wanted to react to the music videos by themselves. So we are going to be doing that today, starting with Rainy Days, the official music video. And I chose to do this because I wanted to listen with my ears and read the lyrics first. That way, when it comes towards the album, or when it comes towards the music video, I'm sorry, I can just focus in on everything. You guys were saying that these music videos are truly amazing and that I wouldn't want to miss anything in these music videos. I don't know whether that means hidden Easter eggs or just the visuals themselves. We know my homie V, the man is gorgeous, right? So I got to take everything for what it is. His music videos that I've reacted to in the past. Friends, Slow Dancing, and Singularity are all true works of art. So V definitely does, as most of the boys do, as all the boys do, put out great music videos, something you definitely don't want to miss. Winter ahead. Great music videos is what to expect from the homie V. Perfection. Nothing less. So again, we're starting with Rainy Days, the first song of the album. Let's not waste no more time. Let's get right into it, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're having a great weekend, amazing Sunday, and I hope you all have a beautiful day and night. Let's not waste no more time. Let's get right into it. If you could please subscribe to the channel, like, and comment, as all these things help out the channel moving forward. Without any further ado, Rainy Days official music video. And actually, right off the bat, ladies and gentlemen, we have subtitles. When you listen really carefully, loops go wheeling. The man is handsome. Good Lord. Blonde-haired V. Hot damn. We'll go back. Hold on. We'll go back.
Rainy days, I'm thinking about you. What to say? Wish I knew how to find a way right back to you. On rainy days, like rainy days, I'm thinking about you. What to say? Wish I knew how to find a way right back to you.
That's a beautiful room. Good Lord.
Rainy days, like staring at my phone, a cage, hoping for your call.
Did y'all notice the V with the birds?
I've been on my own, maybe. 이젠 지난 일에 맨날 time with you was so amazing.
R.I.P.
Haven't changed, I'm still the same. 늦었지만 우리 다시. Can we go back to the moment again? Yeah, rainy days, I'm thinking about you. What to say? Wish I knew how to find a way right back to you. On rainy days, like rainy days, I'm thinking about you. What to say? Wish I knew how to find a way right back to you. On rainy days, like.
I love this switch right here, man. That switch into that kind of little hip-hop vibe.
Remember how I used to make you laugh the most. 내가 이런 말할 자격 없어도 let me make up for all the time we lost. We can start again, open all the doors. Don't tell me it's over, we can start it over. 너는 나의 내 clover. Yeah, I can feel your touch. I remember your kiss. 그 말은 아팠지 and I miss you. Rainy days, I'm thinking about you. What to say?
What is he doing?
Find the way right back to you.
He's using whatever that is. Is that a giant paintbrush?
Rainy days, I'm thinking about you. What to say?
The perfect face.
Find the way right back to you. On rainy days, like.
This was definitely interesting. R.I.P. man. R.I.P. to the goodest of good boys right there. Okay, so couple things we definitely have to talk about. Holy crap, there were lots of little visuals in here. I'm hoping I can catch them. Subtitles right off the bat say, when you listen really carefully, loops go wheeling, cozy, and stuck. I believe these are the last little subtitles, the little message, hidden message that comes through at the bottom. The cozy and stuck part is definitely very interesting. When I first listened to the song, I believe I had this thought that rainy days, right? These are what it's like when he's not with her. These are when him and this person that he's in love with, or when he's thinking about this person and he's all alone. Rainy days. The sun's not shining. It's not a beautiful day. It's a rainy day, man. And even though it can be cozy, I think the cozy and stuck has a different little meaning to it, right? And it's where you can start to, I feel like, being separated from the person that he loves, he's falling to maybe into some sort of kind of depression a little bit. And when we fall into this kind of depression, or we get into a little bit of an unhappy time in our lives, they always say misery loves company. Well, you don't have to necessarily bring misery down with you. You can be depressed, sad, and alone. And unfortunately, some people like myself, when we fall into this kind of depression or upsetting, it's really hard to get out of it. It becomes the norm. It becomes kind of cozy, like you become stuck where you are. So whoever it is that he's speaking about, I'm assuming Army. It could be a loved one. I don't know. But I definitely think that whatever state he's in, which isn't definitely a happy one, he's very, very much stuck. The days are passing by. It kind of feels like the same routine every day, which is why I think we get multiple different shots like this, kind of like with the faces earlier. He's got to find ways to pass the time now. There's not a time when he's not thinking about said person, right? So these are actually different days. Don't get it wrong. I know he's wearing the same shirt, but I think this is resembling different days taking place. The same routine is happening over and over and over again. It's just a sad, rainy day. Kind of like we've fallen into that trap. We're kind of stuck. What's in like the mud. It's hard to get out of that same routine. In his situation, kind of like with the boys in the military, where they're not able to come back home just yet. So they are in a sense having to be kept from Army. Not that the military is a bad thing. No, not by any means. That is not what I'm trying to say. But in circumstances like that, where he maybe can't get to us, all there is just getting into his thoughts. And when we get into our own thoughts, we tend to pull ourselves down sometimes, getting a little bit stuck, getting a little bit sad, maybe a little bit depressing. But I definitely think those multiple different camera shots like that, I think those are actually different days. I really do. Where it's just, again, the same routine happening over and over and over again. Nothing's changing. It's the same boring, gloomy day all the time. You guys are right. The shots in this particular video are absolutely exceptional. The little room or house that he's living in, this has got some futuristic modern look to it. I absolutely love this. And I just do have to shout out that as well. V never disappoints with his visuals. Let's get that straight. The reason I feel like this is kind of like a depressing maybe state that he's in a little bit is because look, he's in bed. He even went to bed fully clothed. Like nobody, when you're in that kind of state, it's hard to get out. Getting that motivation to want to get out of bed isn't fun. Knowing you have to go work, which it looks like he does do here in a short amount of time, you really have to have that motivation to want to get up every day. And unfortunately, if you're in some kind of depressive state, it feels like, again, because he's separated from whoever it is, I'm assuming Army, could be something else or could be someone else. You definitely have to have that motivation. And if not being with this person or being kept from this person, putting you into that depressive state, your lack of motivation, you can definitely have that lack of motivation. And we start by seeing him, not really even wanting to get out of bed. We see the homie V grab a t-shirt. This is how you know he really don't care. He smells it and you don't really smell that good. Throws it away, whatever. I'll just try to find something else. Puts on a hoodie and gets right back into bed. Again, that lack of motivation. Whatever kind of state he's in, he definitely is down in the dumps. He's definitely stuck. I don't think cozy in this sense is a good thing. Where most of the times you might think like cozy, warm, loving, like somewhere you definitely want to be. I think cozy in the sense of, yeah, he's made himself at home in this state. He's so comfortable here. and accepting the uncomfortable as comfortable, that it doesn't seem like he's moving or leaving from the state anytime soon. Again, saw the little V with the birds at the bottom here. Definitely had to shout that out. That's really cool there. One thing I definitely want to kind of see a little bit is the sticky note that is on the refrigerator. Now, most of the times, most of y'all know that sticky notes, when they're on the fridge, it's a very, very, very important message. Unfortunately, I cannot see what is on the sticky note. I could be definitely wrong, but I'm willing to bet if anybody can tell me what this is, it's gotta mean something important, right? Everybody knows when a sticky note is left on the fridge, it is to remind you of something. It is definitely to, you know, raise awareness. Anytime you're in and out of the kitchen, which is one place where 99% of people having to go in and out through because we all have to eat, everybody knows that a message left on the refrigerator is an important one, especially if you were in a family like mine, where mom occasionally left messages on the fridge all the time, especially when she had to work late and we got home a little bit early. Martin, remember to take the chicken out of the refrigerator or out of the freezer, and that way it's unthawed by the time you get home. Martin, remember to put your wet clothes laundry into the dryer. Martin, remember to take the dog out, feed the dog, whatever. We always put messages on sticky notes onto the fridge. Now, I could be definitely wrong and definitely just reaching here, but I just kind of think it's interesting that there is one single sticky note here. Purple color, it's vibrant, it's out there. It definitely was put on the fridge for a reason. If anybody knows what this says, because it definitely has some writing on it, please let me know in the comment section down below. If this is nothing, completely ignore it. Now, this next part is definitely really, really interesting. V actually sets two, not one, two plates out on this table. And he's eating with, the puppy. He's eating with his good old boys, good dog, Eon 10. And we actually get this shot right here. This is very interesting. We always see what's interesting here is we kind of break into a different, it's not the fourth wall, right? We're not breaking any walls here, but we get to see from a different perspective in this music video. The black and white, we're seeing from the eyes of the dog here, which is really interesting. Very creative actually to do that. Again, he places two plates here, right? And at this table, there were only two chairs, which tells me that this was probably maybe a significant other, a loved one. Again, probably just army, but showing that, showing that they're not together, right? That he actually has Yeon 10 sit at the table here with him and puts a second plate as if it was supposed to be someone else sitting here who is not here. But I definitely think that black and white, that gray shot that we had just a minute ago is very simple, but creative. I've never seen anybody else do that. That's actually pretty interesting. Not only do we get the perspective from the camera, seeing it from a different view, we also get to see it from the dog's point of view at one point of how he sees his owner, how he sees his family member V going through this process. I think that's very interesting, very creative. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Yeah, never. That's interesting. He's so zoned out of it. Whatever it is has put him into quite the state. Look at the amount of, I'm assuming salt here on his plate. There's a stack. There's a whole mountain. It ain't just a little bit. Talk about over seasoning. He has dumped like half the bag of salt onto this plate. Whatever he was eating is completely ruined. Yeah, he is completely zoned out of it. But when I've been put into these kind of states for myself, I definitely, as anybody else does, lose track of things just going on around you. I really start to get zoned out, get into my own head. And yeah, I might even do something like this where I'm not even paying attention and I overfill my glass and water spilling onto the counter. Whatever the case may be, I definitely get zoned out in states and situations like this. Just completely oblivious to the things that are going on around me. Now, I'm just going to kind of assume here, but V kind of shows like people who are put into this state, it affects their daily life. Again, that motivation, that lack of motivation definitely takes a toll, especially when you are going through something difficult. Maybe the loss of a family member, maybe you've broken up with somebody, maybe you just had a hard time at work, whatever it is that puts you into this state where you just kind of lack that motivation, you lack that energy. It does affect all aspects around daily life, especially if you fall into it. He didn't really want to get out of bed. He ruined his breakfast with, overpouring the salt. He probably didn't even want to eat. It's affecting his job as well. I mean, he could care less. He really has a I don't really care face that he's portraying to us. I'm assuming he's working because in a minute ago he starts going through like floor plans, and I could be completely wrong, but look at the amount of paper that is stacked on the left side. I know I'm kind of blocking it a little bit here, but you can see it there. Maybe he's gotten and he's fallen behind on work because this is just over, this is just consuming him too much that he's actually again losing that lack of motivation. Maybe he's losing focus, but he's definitely fallen behind on his work, and whether he wants to do this work or not, it has to get done. He just doesn't seem to have the best mindset with doing it. Two things that I definitely want to point out that I didn't notice the first time. Number one, he's working with these like clays faces again, kind of like how we see in Winter Ahead. We see him kind of sculpting out of clay the faces. Same thing he does in Winter Ahead, which is very interesting. Only in Winter Ahead, we see him try to form other people. In this one, it seems like he's focusing just on himself. He is creating with this utensil his own face. Number two, this looks interesting. There's a person in the background here. I don't know if this is like a painting or something, and I can't really tell who that is, but that does not look like V. So I think it's interesting because I actually think you can see that person move for a split moment. It looks like they are standing this way and then slightly turn their head. If you pay close attention, it actually looks like they move, and it really does. And I didn't notice that the first time, but I'm noticing in that now. Maybe it's his workplace. Again, maybe he works somewhere else. I'm not exactly sure, but I did not notice that person. That is the only other person. If that's not V in like a painting or something, that's the second person we see in this music video. And that's kind of weird. When we have this angle here, we definitely can see, it almost looks like we're looking through some sort of film or some sort of glass. Again, almost kind of like we're breaking the fourth wall here, and he knows that we're here watching him. Number two, I didn't notice this the first time either. Here's another person. I'm assuming that is V. Kind of hard to tell because it's a little bit distorted, a little bit foggy, a little bit blurry. Y'all let me know in the comment section down below, but I did notice that at the bottom just now as well. At first, I had no idea what the heck he was drawing. It's definitely interesting, that's for sure. But we actually see this little image pop up here in just a moment. We see it right here at the bottom. Maybe like a fairy. I don't know. It's got these little like antennas coming out of it and its little wings as well, but it definitely is here at the bottom. Very interesting. I don't know what exactly it's supposed to be or what it resembles. Again, so you guys will have to let me know in the comment section down below. This was a very interesting music video. Little bit confused, won't lie to you, but hey, that's what you guys are for. If there's any videos that you think I should watch to maybe better help explain, or if you guys want to explain anything I missed, or maybe your takes on the music video in the comment section down below, I would gladly appreciate that. I love this music video. Rainy days. I hope you guys enjoyed this as well. I will be doing the other music video reactions, so don't you worry. Don't know exactly when I'm going to get this posted or the other music videos posted, so just bear with me. But that's going to go to right there, folks. Again, make sure to comment down below. Your comments definitely help, and I do read them, okay? And with the new year, my New Year's resolution is to respond to comments more frequently than I used to back in the day, where I was replying to like every single one. My goal is to kind of get close to that. Obviously, the bigger we get, it's going to be a little bit harder replying to everybody, but I will try and do my best. I promise you. That's going to go to right there, folks. Make sure to hit that like button, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel, as all these things help out the channel moving forward. And until next time, peace.